TV Sports 27 on the air with you guys, and we got another game in ESPN NFL 2K5. We zoomed in a little bit, still trying to keep the original aspect ratio. I'm playing on my Xbox 360, and it's starting to kind of get to be do or die time for starting quarterback Mark Bulger in this one. He got benched last week. We made the decision we're going to go with him again here this week. Maybe one more week after that. But if you guys have been following along in the series, we have yet to score double-digit points all season. We're coming up on the bye week, so I think that's where we leave it at with Mark Bulger, where if things don't turn around in these last 2 weeks, even though J.P. Lossman, who is our backup, may not have come out with this big fury, I think we go to him the rest of the way. We're going to see what happens. Final home game before we hit up that bye week, and it'll be the third home game here, and, well, maybe the hometown fans will finally see some points. We finally got touchdowns. We have 2 touchdowns on the year, 2 field goals, and a safety, which is not good, and we're coming in at the 1-3 record. So, let me just see if there's been any. We haven't really kind of done any of this stuff yet, so I know we haven't seen any. Not contracts. Is there like a news bulletin thing, or I guess ESPN.com might be it? We can look at the emails. We got Jackson out for 3 weeks. What else we got? Oh, can't seem to catch a break this season, huh, Coach? Yeah, not great. Transactions. This is where we would see if they made. Now, does it show week by week or not? They signed Chris Baker. I don't think we had him on the team before. And we signed Aaron Moorhead to maybe spice up our offense. So let's look at the depth chart here. I think they picked up Moorhead just because of the injury to Jackson. He's not even that highly ranked. Yeah, these aren't even any, like, kind of noticeable free agent signings. So, nothing yet. Nothing on the front as far as quarterbacks or anything goes. And we are going to jump into it now. So, this is a Sunday night game. So, this is going to be in prime time. And, you know, should we maybe try to spice it up since this is going to be a prime time game? This is going to be Sunday night. Maybe, because, you know, we're still wearing white at home, which is what Washington likes to do first half of the year. But maybe since it is a primetime game, we bust out to try to get things going, our first alternate look. Now, you know, we like to do NFL rules, and in the NFL, they give you 3 alternate uniform games to choose from. And what I'm thinking of, is there not an all red? Wow, there's not an all-red look. That's kind of surprising. They have the all-white in here. But I think we said that we were going to do that look, the 75th anniversary, as kind of our alternate. We don't have the all-black unis like they got in real life here. And I think we'll also throw in this look from time to time as well. So we can have 3 different throwback and maybe an on-the-road throwback look too. We can bust that out at some point in time. So let's do it. Let's go throwback here. And on the Ravens side, let's see what options we got. Not a whole lot of choices. We got 95, 97. So we can put them in all white, or we can put them in black. I think we'll put them in black here, but give them a little flair instead of just going with the solid stripe. All right, let's do it. Prime time. As you guys know, if you're a first-time viewer, long-time viewer, whichever, part of the perk of 2K5 is the amazing pre-game, post-game, halftime show. So we're going to listen into Chris Berman here, and he'll get you guys ready to go for the beginning of this game.
Aloha, I'm Chris Berman, and coming up on ESPN, coming up, Week 5 of the NFL season. Still early, true, but once the calendar turns to October, things start to get a little more interesting as the playoff races begin to take shape. We've got a good one for you next on ESPN. Baltimore Ravens, Washington Redskins. Next!
The ESPN blimp is sailing through the night air overhead, and we are getting set down here on the ground for this evening's football game. Hello, folks. I'm Dan Stevens, and greetings from Washington Field. Mr. Football, Peter O'Keefe, is here with me, and Peter, both of these coaches like to do things the same way.
Well, very similar style, Dan. The head coach is someone who likes to run the ball and run it often. His coaching style is ball
Does
control,
Brian Billick not have his
monopolize
name
the
in this
clock
game?
and wear down the defense as the game goes on. Coach Gibbs has a similar coaching style. He loves to run the ball.
All right, guys. So this is a kind of buried the lead, but an in-state rivalry as well, as we got Baltimore and Washington going at it here. Washington Commanders, even though we're wearing the alternate kind of Seminole Spear unis here. And we don't know who's going to be on the Ravens team because we don't look at the rosters ahead of time. Why is that logo upside down? Did you guys see that? So here we go. Ravens to get the ball first. And on our quest to score 10 points or more here, we're going to see what happens. So here we go. Ravens to get the ball to begin this one. And it's our second primetime game at home between the Commanders and the Ravens. And they got Kerry Collins, who actually went to a Super Bowl with the Giants against the Ravens. So it's kind of interesting that he's leading the way for the Ravens. And is that Jamal Lewis? They got their own running back there. There's some injuries on the list, but while you're looking at that, we want to give a moment for you guys to help support TB Sports 27. There's all our different social medias, our streaming, our YouTube, and Patreon. Got a brand new logo. Kind of dating ourselves here because this one's not going to come out for a while on YouTube. Kind of being ahead of schedule a little bit, so you'll know kind of when we recorded this. But Patreon has a brand new logo, and as there's been some hilarious memes and whatnot on Twitter about it, including people with a coffee cup saying, quote unquote, I spilled my Patreon logo, and it looking like just spilled coffee. So that's kind of, yeah, so take that for what it's worth. We'll see if there's any pushback or if that gets changed. But a lot of people have been sharing their thoughts on that wonderful, wonderful logo. Ravens get held to a 3-and-out. Speaking of Patreon, we got a couple new Patreon supporters, so we want to say welcome in to Zach Smith and Mike Future 99. Thank you guys for signing up. And thank you guys for being a part of the community. Sign up at patreon.com/TBSports27. You're going to get this one early and ad-free. That shows you how early you're going to get this one, because it's not going to come out on YouTube until mid-January. And actually, I can probably give you the exact date that these are going to come out on YouTube. And this is coming out right after the brand new Patreon logo. So that's how early you could get this stream if you sign up right now at patreon.com/TBSports27. Help support the channel at the same time. These videos are going to come out, let's see, 17, 18, 19, the 20th and the 21st of January on YouTube. So we are way ahead of schedule on our YouTube filming here. Colors and the night sky kind of look interesting. It's almost like a maroon here. They give to Dillon, and he's got the first down. So, trying to think of an alternate. I think that's, we go with this look maybe, even though that doesn't really say Commanders, because we are going with the Commander's name here. But maybe you can say the throwback, the spear. Maybe it could be a throwback to the former team name. Some people like it, some people don't. It can be kind of like a toss back to that era. And then we could wear the, like I said, the feathered helmet as kind of another alternate look here. But no black top, no yellow top or anything here for the Commanders. Bulger, quick pass! And Dallas Clark. That has been a big issue with the Washington Commanders, has been drop passes, and that's been part of the problem of not being able to get any touchdowns and not moving the ball here with Mark Bulger. And there's the pressure. Bulger, he's recognizing this pressure now in the early going here, and that one had to just be thrown away because there's so much in his face. So again, frustration's going to continue from the fan base here as trying to bring this Commanders squad back to their former glory and get the Washington Commanders in name their very first Super Bowl.
Jamal Lewis had a huge run back, so big that he basically wiped out all the yardage from that small fry punt.
It's fun that the Ravens ended up with Jamal Lewis once again. Kerry Collins dumps that one out to Jamal Lewis, who turns upfield. My God, and it's a first down for Jamal Lewis. Where they just get stronger from the running game. We dealt with Ahmad Green last week against the Cleveland Browns, and he rushed for just about 200 yards against us, and now here we are going up against Jamal Lewis. Kerry Collins, not great numbers, touchdown-interception ratio, so maybe that's something we can tee off on here in this ball game as he plays pitch and catch. That's the only number 11 that I know has got to be Larry Fitzgerald, right?
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Pitching outside to Jamal Lewis, and he gets wrapped up here. Yeah, definitely went with an older templated look for the Baltimore Ravens here. But the only other option was the white pants. They didn't have the black pants, and they wear those a lot these days. I'm trying to match the uniforms as best, you know, how they are nowadays. My God, Kerry Collins teeing off on this defense. But I kind of like the little raven on the shoulder there.
First down, 10 yards to go.
They're also kind of combining errors like we are. Up the middle to Jamal Lewis.
Gains about 3 yards.
Jamal Lewis and Jamal Williams. 8 tackles and 3 sacks so far this season. Defensive line, though, hasn't put too much pressure on opposing teams' quarterbacks. We had Kurt Warner last week, and before that we had John Kitna, right? Or no, we had Jeff Garcia. We had Jeff Garcia with the Cowboys. And we had Jeff Blake with the Giants. Kicked the season off with Rich Gannon in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So defense holds them to a field goal here. And it's going to be right down the pipes. Won't be much trouble here. And it is good.
Doug Bryan knocks through a good-sized kick. Watch here. Nowhere close to his max, but he's obviously still very pleased.
All right.
There's the signal, and we're ready.
So the Commanders find ourselves in a familiar situation here, trailing. Oh, what a brutal hit.
Kevin Falk decided not to down it, but couldn't even make it to the 20, which may affect his Christmas gift from his special teams coach.
The Redskins get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 17.
The handoff to Corey Dillon picks up 4. Starting off rushing well. Look at that. Jamal Lewis coming off a 2,000-yard season a year ago. Coming into fantasy draft season here with the Baltimore Ravens. That's why they wanted him back. Bulger, and it's swatted away. 0 for 3 to start off for Mark Bulger here. And That one gets knocked back into his face. We have a flag. And it is going to be against the Ravens. So that'll make it 3rd and inches. What a gift that's going to end up being. Hopefully, if we can get a first down out of it. We'll see if this ends up being a gift or not. Dillon. Oh, he tried to bounce it outside. Cut inside. Got the first down. Terrell Owens starting to, you know, when you got T.O. on your team and your team is struggling to move the ball offensively, you know, it's not going to take long before T.O. starts kind of making some noise. There he is there. And, yeah, you're starting to hear the chatter a little bit from T.O. And it's only going to get worse if this team continues to not put points on the board. Corey Dillon with the first down. They're fighting on this drive, are the Commanders. Well, first quarter, barring a miracle play, is going to wind down with yet another drive without points. And that's going to be intercepted. Man. I have not found my way with this game yet. I'm struggling. I am struggling here. And I won in convincing fashion the first game we played. Bengals Bears. I think that's going to be the story of this franchise mode. Is the offense going to wake up at some point? There's the first quarter. Ravens 3 and Commanders 0.
Lewis takes it across the line of scrimmage and moves forward for 7.
You got one fan screaming stuff out there. 3rd and 1. Be big business if we can hold them to another field goal here. Off of that interception from Mark Bulger. To the outside, Jamal Lewis gets the edge. Shoved out of bounds, but my goodness.
It'll be 1st and goal.
Jamal Lewis works it to the outside and gets a huge gain.
First down with a split backfield.
Don't know what the answers are, and it's already looking bleak in week 5 here for your Washington Commanders. How many seasons do we do before we get fired? There's a sack.
Anthony Simmons dismantled that play by bringing down the quarterback.
Linebacker Anthony Simmons comes in. That's his first sack of the year.
Yeah, it all starts with the guys up front, Dan, and then everybody follows.
Second down coming up.
2nd and goal for the Ravens. Kerry Collins. Oh my goodness. Would have been a huge turnover.
Got himself in a prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
On 2nd down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up 3rd down.
Nice pressure that time.
Collins, touchdown.
Right side, and it's cut for a touchdown.
And the Ravens accomplished something that we have yet to do
Randy McMichael has a guy shadowing him
all season long. Put 10 points on the board.
He beats his man cold. It's all about staking.
Frustrating. Frustrating for sure.
A nice play, fantastic athleticism.
What a player.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Bryan kicks it off. Paul fields the kickoff at the 4.
Good little spin move. At least we get up past the 20 to the 22 here.
You bet.
It's crazy that logo is upside down. I never noticed that glitch. Oh, we're right there with the Giants in the division here. Here you see some other teams that can score points. The Chargers, 5-0 with Michael Vick. Corey Dillon to the outside. Oh my goodness.
Corey Dillon stuck close to his blockers, but the play folded quicker than
6-3. Look at that game right there. We're going to see all the highlights and everything with Chris Berman at the end of part 2 of this video, so stay tuned for that. Bulger right in there to Henderson. There's a solid first down. As long as we keep moving the chains like that little by little. We're going to get some... Last season was kind of ugly too for Mark Bulger. We're going right that way this season without the 22 touchdowns. Oh my God. I thought we could zip that one in there. 2 of 8. Obviously, part of it's got to be me. I mean, just struggling at this. And a sack.
Alex Brown drops the quarterback deep in the backfield.
Yes, and that is a huge loss of yardage, a big feather in the cap of this defense.
We said two more weeks. If we get to that bye week, and it continues to be this rough, I mean, we got to go J.P. Losman the rest of the way. And it's intercepted, and it's not getting any better. Oh, my God. Oh, what is happening? Oh, we got an injury on the interception, Clarence Love. Oh, my goodness, guys. This is bad. This is so bad. I can't remember the last time I had a franchise mode where it was just like this bad to do anything offensively. Now, obviously, we're going back to a game we haven't played in a long time, but...
Jamal Lewis used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all in that last play.
But it's been a... You got to go back to some of those Lions teams at Madden 12 for the last time we had these struggles. Not even our Tim Tebow Broncos struggled this bad offensively. The decent thing is that we are, unlike against the Browns, our defense is staying competitive here with the Ravens offense. And Jamal Lewis hasn't really broken loose just yet. A couple of big runs here or there.
Anthony Simmons just planted the ball carrier in the turf short of the markers. But the only thing that's going to grow there is the D's morale.
He's now up to 6 tackles. Hendrick takes the long snap and kicks what will be a short.
Oh my God, T.O. runs up and fields that one.
At the 16. Touchdown at the 19.
Carroll Owens got sandbagged.
All right, 2 INTs for Mr. Bulger so far in this one. We are stuck with him until the computer makes a trade or brings someone else in. And Bulger gets that one into T.O. You know T.O. is getting frustrated. As we said, you know, all week leading up to this game showing frustrations, but also after those interceptions got to be getting up in Bulger's face. There's your numbers on the year. Yeah, got to get those better. Corey Dillon is able to scoot through and get 2 yards. Two touchdowns so far this season. We have not scored 10 points. Oh my God, Bulger can't even turn around, gets drilled on the play fake.
Lance Briggs gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection.
Oh my God.
You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that.
We got to push through, guys. We got to push through. 3rd and long. Bulger. Oh my God. This is a disaster.
Casey Hampton intercepts the ball close to the end zone, so you know he's going for it. And he gets it. What a huge play for the defense.
3 interceptions.
That's their 3rd interception of the game. And Peter, the D is homing in on the pass.
Oh my goodness, guys.
Now the point after, and it's good.
I don't know what else to say.
There's the
I'm just glad we at least got a 1 win out of the way early on.
Brian kicks this one away.
So that's not kind of hanging over us to say that we couldn't even win a game. At least we got a win.
Jarris McIntyre got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Redskins need to score here before half to have a chance later. They'll start at their own 20.
Bulger stays in there. We committed to at least 2 more weeks, but it is... And I don't know if it'll get any better, because like I said, we had J.P. Lossman in there, and it didn't, you know, light the world on fire either.
To get a word with the team doctors, and they said that he's suffering from a hairline fracture in his arm. They're trying to find a brace that will...
So it may be even for naught if J.P. Lossman gets in, but oh my God, we're on the verge of a first half shutout. Double digits just seems further and further away. T.O. with 3 grabs in this one for 40 yards so far. Oh my goodness, and we just... Why is the O-line so bad, but... Will we have a terrible O-line or something?
Second down, 10 yards to go.
This is the same problem we have with the Browns. Alright, 2nd and 10. Bulger. Just has to get it away quick. It's caught by Jabbar Gaffney. That was well covered, double covered. And Gaffney with his first grab of the game. Minute 30. Getting into scoring range. Quick pass again. That time looking for T.O. And it gets knocked away. I don't want to see those Mark Bulger numbers. Forget about it. Up the middle, Corey Dillon for 4. Keep an eye on that clock with a minute to go here. I don't even know if this will be long enough for Anderson to get. Quick one. Oh, off the mark for T.O. Game says try the field goal. It's going to be a deep one. I don't know. I almost feel like just keep going. We got to keep this thing going. 4th and 6. Desperate teams doing desperate things right now. Washington Commanders, 4th and 6. Bulger. Moorhead drops it.
In the zone, waiting for the pass, and then closes enough to force the incompletion. Nice job.
They wanted to keep the drive alive and play catch up, but could not convert.
And poor execution by this offense. They really needed that one.
The Ravens come out on the field.
This is only week 5. You guys want me to keep playing 2K5? You guys want me to do a second season of 2K5? Oh my God.
Second down from the shotgun.
This is Florida Marlins bad. This is Tom Brady Florida Marlins level of bad here. And it's gonna happen sometimes in sports, but man. Someone do some research. What's the all-time record of going in a season and not scoring double-digit points? Well, we'll get 30 seconds out of it.
No chance for a reception there.
The defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
It still would have been short.
Yes.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
Hendrick lines up to the play. Hendrick gets the ball and punts it away. Owens fields the move at the 20. Stopped at the 20.
I mean, do we even try with 27 seconds? That's so crazy, that upside down logo.
You bet. Well, the turnover
And there's what we've done so far.
news, in my opinion.
12 yards, 13, 12, 7, and the last drive was the most impressive.
Got swarmed by the
The
kicking team
45-yarder that
before
ended
pretty much goes
on turnover on downs.
Redskins offense takes the field with the clock at 27. Bolger gets all of his arm and
Gaffney can't hang on to it. God dang.
receiver incomplete.
That's hurting us too. Drop passes,
zone and forced the incompletion.
Second down.
poor offensive line.
Right.
It's all the way bad. And again, tipped at the line. God, it's like we got Kyler Murray back there. How many tip passes at the line that we got?
Football left no chance for a reception.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read there.
Bolger throws a bullet.
Oh my God.
Reeled in, incomplete.
Ricky Manning did a beautiful job on that last play.
I'm going to be begging to go back to Madden at this rate.
Chance. Incomplete.
Well, the D holds tight on third and long.
Do we pull the plug early? We said until the bye week.
Call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was.
We got a 0 on the board right now.
And it will bring up
After we've already had the magnifying glass placed on us for the fact that
the 38.
we can't score friggin' points in this game.
The Ravens offense takes the field with the clock at 8. The Ravens take their first time.
Kerry Collins just got desperate and got rid of that one.
Second down and 5.
And
Receivers take the field.
looking like we got a Hail Mary coming up here. A Kerry Collins Hail Mary to wrap up the second quarter. He heaves it up, and it's going to be incomplete. Guys, we'll let you listen to the Chris Berman halftime show, but next time on TB Sports 27, it's the second half. Come on back. It's miserable football, but let's see if we can't get 10 points on the board. Don't forget to follow along Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Patreon with the new beautiful ugly logo, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi. Here's Chris Berman.
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our first half by the numbers, and I tell you, first downs have been the story here. The Redskins look great on the stat sheet, but they're behind on the field. They might have to change their approach. We'll start this one off late in the first quarter. After driving 39 yards on 7 plays, Doug Bryan would come on and connect on the field goal try. A 44-yard field goal. The Ravens strike first and go up by 3. Redskins ended the first quarter. Mike Muslowski was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Ravens now early in the second quarter. Ravens leading by 3. Jamal Lewis get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from there. They move ahead by 10. Redskins now in the second quarter. Number 38 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Skins back 10-0. Casey Hampton would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. Touchdown for the Ravens. The Ravens move ahead big and now lead by 17. Redskins late into the second quarter, ball at their own 20-yard line. Mark Bolger connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Skins are down at the half, 17-0. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Casey Hampton has been unstoppable. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Redskins will get the ball first here in the second half, and they are going to need a bunch of scores to get back